Amy, right when we started to get to know each other on the show, said, "Well, Felicia posts just these great pictures. I like your feed too, John, because you just post normal things of yourself. You average." And I was like, "Oh, well, I thought I was posting good ones."
It's right a different level, John. It's just a different level.
Amy's really good with the undercover shade. You're just kind of like.
It's more of a backhanded compliment than undercover shade.
Yeah, sure, Amy.
It was totally a compliment because
Amy's really good at that.
I am not great at social media, and I enjoy people's real lives instead of Felicia is gorgeous. She's this beautiful supermodel, and I'm like, I can't live up to that. I like John. Right. He's gorgeous and he's natural.
I thought I was posting supermodel-like pics, but apparently not. Hey, this is the Jam television program, and I'm a little distracted as people are sending me money because I'm the only one that can figure out the Illinois lottery app. The Mega Millions is up to $1 billion. So now I am running, I feel like some sort of black market lottery scheme on my phone. I swear it's all legal. And Amy has promised to give me $5 million if she wins tonight. Right, Amy?
Wow. Whoa.
Sure. Yeah. That's like
yes,
$5.
I got it on tape. Yes, I got it on tape.
So what's my cut?
If I win the jackpot, it's like $5. Yeah. So
oh, wow. Yeah. Only $5.
Yeah, only $5. Ooh. You can't even live off of that.
Yeah. Happy Friday. Can you tell we're all excited?
Happy Friday. Yeah, we're very excited. Let's get into something a little more serious because this has been going on in Chicago and the suburbs for quite a while now. Chicago and surrounding police departments are trying to figure out how to tackle carjackings. You've probably heard a lot about it. There have been 166 reported in just the city in the first 3 weeks of this year. 5 more happened last night into this morning. Multiple people are usually involved, the offenders at least, in these carjackings. There was testimony that was held today with city officials to try and make sure that they are working on beefing up their operation to stop these carjackings. We actually got an email from our village saying, hey, be careful. Here are the signs you need to watch out for. So it's something that a lot of communities are in and around the city are also very concerned about.
Yeah, my immediate concern is the trauma that these people who were victims of this are going through. Like, can you imagine what that's got to be like with your life flashing before your eyes there? Like, that's really tough, especially to unpack. So it's a really, really terrible situation, and I really hope we can get a handle on it with the Chicago police.
Yeah, and if you think that this number seems high, it really is. Last year during this exact same time period, from the 1st to the 21st, we saw under 40 carjackings. So you're talking about 160 more than that. I don't know if they can't all be the same offenders, but imagine this becomes like a copycat effect. As more people see that it's successful, these people are not caught with any sort of frequency. People sort of put the memo. I don't know how it works, but a lot of people end up doing more of them. But I'm glad that people are getting together, especially a lot of gas stations are starting to come together and try and come up with different ways, because they happen a lot of times when you're already out of the vehicle. You're already in that moment, and maybe you're not paying attention, or you walk to the convenience area or whatever it is.
Phone's in the car. You got good belongings. It's easy to grab. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And in the winter too, where you're trying to heat your car. You might have the keys in there already, because not everybody has the fancy cars that do it from outside of it. So that's part of it too.
And not to make light of it, but you can take my Mazda. I need a new car anyways, and just take it, drive away, have it.
I don't think nobody wants your Mazda.
It was like a year ago when you got sideswiped. I'm like, John, you need to report this. You got to get the street camera footage. You're like, meh.
Nah, got sideswiped. I wasn't in the car.
I can't critique anyone's car since I do not have one.
Next, those are battle wounds, Amy. So
there you go. All right, we got some more Chicago stories to tell you about. We call it Chicago in 60. When Black Bear from
there's normally a bus there that goes.
Yeah, usually it's a whole thing. Honk honk. Jefferson Park residents got a scare when the wheel of a small plane fell from the sky and landed in their neighborhood. Imagine that, a wheel right there on your lawn. It made a loud noise as it crashed between 2 houses on Leland Avenue. The plane landed safely. Nobody was hurt, but wow, That's wild.
Yeah, that's not an easy to fix the spare at 4,000 feet when you're coming in for a landing. So that's frightening. Thank God no one got hit with that thing. Jeez.
He makes you think of the Dave Matthews Band toilet dump, downtown is a lot better because
Why does it make you think of that, Amy? Because something fell from the sky. You have to draw a lot of different threads and pull that thread a lot to get to that.
I'm just saying, something falls from the sky in Chicago. You got to be careful whether or not to look up before it comes down.
Yeah.
Yikes. Okay. That's good. Good note to have. All right. Movie theaters. They are back for parts of Illinois. AMC plans to open 42 across the state by next Friday. 7 are open today, and COVID protocols are in place. The Chicago ones, like the AMC's downtown, Mag Mile, and stuff like that, are set to open up by next Friday. Are y'all headed back to the movies?
No chance. Couldn't pay me.
Nope.
Yeah. Wow.
I miss that experience. I think that's great, but like, I won't even go dine in a restaurant. I know that we'll be talking about that later on, but like, I can't even get into to do that yet. Not until I'm vaccinated.
Yep.
Do the dine-in theater, the AMC dine-in. But I'm right there with you. I'm not going to be there either because, hey, we have our laptops and our TVs right now. And a plan to transform.
Oh, another bless you.
Yeah, bless you. Oh, wow. And a plan to transform the Morden Salt Building into a riverfront music venue and office space has got an early approval. Aldermen have praised its potential for job creation. But that Morden Salt Building, I mean, it's historic. It's hard to miss.
Yeah, it is. But then that wall collapsed a couple of years ago, filling up like 30 cars full of salt. But this whole area is going under like such a redesign with the lead. One more for Amy.
Sorry,
wow.
Are you a 3?
Right?
Are you a 3? Yeah. Normally I'm 2. I'm normally 2. Brandon, how many sneezes in a row you normally get?
Probably 4. Good 4.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Yeah,
See,
and it's like furious. It's a very fast.
I was going to talk about neighborhood development, but it doesn't even matter. Let's just move on to the next story, which is mine. All right, who cares? No one wants to hear about my take on near North Side development. So, right. Okay,
John, I only watch for your takes on that.
Okay,
that's my subtle way of getting you to move on.
Yes, all right. An embarrassing moment on the Senate floor today. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer discussing the articles of impeachment against former President Trump. And, this happened.
And when that trial ends, senators will have to decide if they believe Donald John Trump incited the insurrection against the United States. Incited the
Look at the face.
Insurrection.
Incited the erection.
Oh, wow.
Insurrection.
Oh, wow.
Incited the erection.
The shrug is the best. We've all been there, stumbling over words, but yeah, rule. I think that's the face of America.
Wait, where have we been, John?
Okay, so I have to say this exact same thing happened to me. I was doing a live interview with a mayoral candidate. I was young. I had just done an investigation into some money spent from her office, and she was not pleased with me, but it was election night, so she still did a live interview with me. And I accidentally tossed back to the studio saying, "This mayoral erection." And I was devastated. It's great.
Well, see, that's the thing. Amy, you're a professional, so those memories stick out for you in your mind. You're like a seasoned journalist in the city, and you've had a long career in doing good work. I say stupid stuff every single night that, like, I was trying to, like, come up with an example of the time that I slipped on something. And like I got as far as like yesterday at 5:30. Like I am always talking so fast. My mind is like 3 steps ahead of my mouth hole. Look right there, mouth hole. Who says that? And I can never figure it out. Brandon, you're a pro too. You don't slip too often.
There's been a slip or two, but not one like that. I haven't had one that bad. Knock on wood. All the knocks on wood that I can. I don't want it to happen, but I just got to say, I don't think Donald Trump has incited anybody to ever have an erection. I'll just put it that way. I think that's fake
You're
news.
also the one that said knock on wood a bunch in an erection story. So by the way, we should note that they've just some breaking news in the last hour. The impeachment trial. So the House Democrats, Nancy Pelosi, is going to send it to the Senate starting on Monday, but the Senate trial is not going to begin at least until February 8th. So they're going to wait a couple weeks as they continue to navigate things in the U.S. Senate. So, okay. if
All
we still
right,
care
let's let
then.
Krista Green drive
Thank you
this
for
ship
that.
home.
I'm shaking my head over here, knocking on wood, an erection story.
Yeah.
Come on.
I know.
Okay, so if you're tall and hairy, you might want to stay out of Oklahoma.
Brandon
That's
just
coming
got
up
it.
in News You Need to Know. We'll be right back. What a block. That was great.
I made that joke like a minute ago, Brandon, and you did not get it.
It takes time. All right, news you need to know, and this one is big. Groundbreaking legislation has been announced in Oklahoma, of all places, a proposal for a hunting season dedicated to tracking down Bigfoot. That's right, Bigfoot, the legend. The lawmaker in charge, he does not want Bigfoot killed. Let's make that clear. He just wants him captured, okay? The bounty is set at $25,000. I think that is a little bit low to capture the illustrious Bigfoot, who is real, okay? I'm surprised Oklahoma is talking about Bigfoot because last I checked, he was in Ohio, all throughout the Ohio forest near the Wabash River. But last I checked, that was what was going down. But Oklahoma, maybe there's some other species and families there.
We should dive deeper into Brandon's beliefs because while I don't disagree, Brandon, because we haven't found him, we can't disprove that he's there, so maybe he is really there. So, but $25,000, it's a decent amount of coin for something that may or may not be out there.
Yeah. Hold on, Brandon. Okay, so you believe Bigfoot's real?
I do, yes.
Do you believe the Loch Ness Monster is real?
Absolutely. Because of the archaeological finds we've had over time. We've seen remnants of the dinosaurs. So yeah, totally.
Yeah. Okay. Do you believe in the Yeti, the abominable snowman?
The Yeti's a little bit of a stretch. I'm not sure if Bigfoot and that species of foot can handle the climate. Like an Arctic climate. I'm not sure that works, right? I don't think Bigfoot's an Arctic animal.
a Star Wars fan would know, when they're stuck out in the snow and it's, you got snow blowing sideways and backwards. And if you're riding some sort of an animal or you're with another animal, what you could look like and what you actually are could be two different things.
This is a good point. This is very good. Yeah.
I miss
Think about
Donald
it, John.
Trump.
Tinfoil
No, I miss
hat.
Donald Trump. On a Friday night, we'd have a lot more to talk about if Donald Trump were president. Joe Biden becomes president, and our lead news stories 2 days in is about Bigfoot. Come on, I need a tweet. I need something to happen. What are we doing?
Thank goodness.
That species of foot. You need to stay woke, y'all. It's real. Listen, John, I'm gonna send you some articles. How about that? I'm gonna send you some articles.
You please do. I'm sure they are full of viruses, and they will crash my computer with some conspiracy-riddled websites you piddle in throughout your evenings when you can't fall asleep to your funk music. What?
People made fun of UFOs for years, and now we're starting to learn, oh, hey, well, maybe even the government knew about things being out there. So let's not knock the big feet species.
Yeah, but they don't have like horns on their head and like take me to your leader. Like we're talking.
Well, Brandon didn't say that either, John Hansen.
Do you know how many times we find a new species of snake or monkey or all these type of things like every single day? It's like the ancestors of the dinosaurs. So why couldn't we have Bigfoot? Come on, John.
I guess you're right. I should open my mind,
bro.
A little bit.
Yeah, watch some National Geographic.
You should accept other people and things, John Hansen. You're so close-minded.
Fine, you're all right. I'm wrong. Cool. All right, let's go on to some other headlines you need to know today. 19 Capitol police officers have tested positive for COVID-19 just over 2 weeks after the insurrection. That's kind of in that normal incubation window. The union won't say if all the officers were on duty that day. 3 former grand jurors involved in the Breonna Taylor case want the Attorney General of Kentucky impeached. They say Daniel Cameron misrepresented their findings and indictments against the Louisville police officials involved in Taylor's death. And Lloyd Austin is the new defense secretary. He's the first Black person to head that department. He sailed through the confirmation process. Actually, a couple folks have sailed on through. Pete Buttigieg likely to be next. Okay, look at your forecast. Tomorrow looks pretty calm, to be perfectly honest. The temperatures are going to be a lot warmer than today. Well, it's cold. It's nasty today. Tomorrow we warm up, but we get a little more cloud cover. Snow's on the way. I'll have that for you in a little bit. Speaking of nasty, let's get Krista Green in here. What?
What?
In a good way. Like in a good way. Like you're nasty, girl. I don't know.
What is happening, guys? What is going on? Okay. Coming up, it's 10 different restaurants with 10 different celebrities. Oh, I love it. After the break, we're chatting with the hosts behind the series, connecting lifelong foodies with their favorite spots. Right up my alley. We'll be back.
Kate Sullivan is the 4-time Emmy award-winning journalist and host of the show To Dine For with Kate Sullivan. Her latest season just debuted. She is here to tell us all about it because, Kate, you also filmed this during the pandemic.
Believe it or not, I did, Amy. First of all, thank you so much for having me on. Yes, To Dine For Season 3 kicks off this weekend on public television stations nationwide. And wow, it was a difficult and challenging time for sure.
So for people who aren't familiar with the show, not only are you going inside restaurants, which a lot of them have been shuttered, you're going into restaurants around the world. So there's travel involved. How did you manage all of this?
Yeah, so the premise of the program is that food tells a story, and where someone chooses as their favorite restaurant helps to tell the story of who they are. And so the types of people we interview are people who have created things. They're dreamers, they're visionaries, they're founders and CEOs. This season we interview Mark Cuban at his favorite restaurant in Dallas, Texas. He chose, wait for it, IHOP. Yes, he chose IHOP as his favorite place. And the truth is he actually does eat there every single week. He gets the same thing. He has the same waitress. And the idea is that where someone chooses says a little bit about them. And for him, he loves the anonymity, the comfort, and the fact that he can go in and he can just be himself.
I know in seasons past, you have been able to go to other countries. Was that out of the equation this time?
No, we stayed in the country. All of the locations are all over the country, from Boulder, Colorado, with Elon Musk's brother Kimball, who's a restaurateur, to New York City, to Misty Copeland, one of the first female Black principal dancers of American Ballet Theater, superstar Misty Copeland. She takes me to the Mermaid Inn on the Upper West Side of Manhattan. We go to Los Angeles to interview Jay Shetty at Fresh on Sunset. We go to Stockton, California. We're really all over the country.
Did you try anything new that is absolutely fabulous?
Actually, a lot. But there's a restaurant in LA that I went to with Phil Rosenthal, who has a Netflix show called Somebody Feed Phil. He's the creator of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yep.
And he took me to Republique, which is a bakery in the morning and a fine dining restaurant at night. And we had the most delicious cheeseburger I think I've ever had. I'm a huge cheeseburger fan. We don't lead with healthy on this show. We lead with delicious.
You yourself are also a podcaster, and you got a lot of Chicago folks on that.
I do. You know, when the pandemic hit, I thought, how am I going to do this? How am I going to make this public television show work? And then, and what if restaurants completely shut down? So I started to do a podcast, and I wanted to do it Chicago centric, because at the time, Chicago restaurants were still open at a limited capacity. And I wanted to shine the light on a lot of Chicago personalities. So we went to Josephine's Cooking in Chatham with Jamal Cole of My Block, My Hood, My City, and hear his creation story of how he brought that organization that does such amazing work to life. We went to Gibson's Steakhouse, which is such a classic Chicago place, with Alpana Singh, who is the host of Check Please and is a restaurateur and sommelier herself. We went to Oak Park to Hemingway's Bistro with Robert Passan, who actually I always want to give him a French accent. It's actually Robert Passon. He's like, it's Kate, it's Robert Passon, not Passan. But he is the CEO of Radio Flyer, you know, a great Chicago company. So it's all about hearing these creation stories at their favorite restaurant. And it's wonderful to be able to, I can't wait till Chicago restaurants start opening up.
Make sure you check out ToDineForTV.com is where you can find the show, along with social media handles that you're going to see there on your screen. Thanks so much, Kate.
Amy, thanks so much. Great to see you.
Oh yeah, Kate is absolutely great. And you know, on the message of food, the sad reality though, thousands and thousands of our neighborhoods across the Chicagoland area do not know where their next good meal is coming from, and that's a sad reality.
Yeah, CW26, the U, Me TV FM, and Beam Legal are partnering with the Greater Chicago Food Depository to donate $15,000 worth of meals to those in need across Cook County.
It's pretty easy. Just text CW26 to 41444 or go to CW26Chicago.com and make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Together, we can reach our $15,000 goal. We'll be right back.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Venmo. Phone lady, Alexis.
It's always a B Pope like vote.
Right.
Let me see. Let me see if I can get in character.
Let me test it. I don't even know what I do. See, it's the chin.
And the eyebrow raises.
The signature.
Oh, it's the lip bite. I hate the lip bite. Oh,
It's a little like
God.
Smile with your eyes. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh.
Ugh. You know, like it's like sorority girls when I were in college were really big into the duck lip thing. It's kind of the boat.
But I don't do a full duck lip. I just kind of, maybe I pooch them out a little bit.
And the bite. Because I don't want to mess up my lipstick, but you know the bite.
Let me see.
You just did.
Yeah. Like that? Yeah.
I just noticed your little baby Mandalorian back there. That's cute, Brandon, for an adult male to have that.
Baby
Mandalorian.
Here's the thing. I it's for my niece, right? It was, but I went to go give her it, and she had a bigger Baby Yoda already. So it's like, well, I guess I'm gonna keep it. Yeah. So that's my story.
Guess I gotta keep it.
Are you proud of those life decisions you make, Brandon?
It's cute. It's cuddly. Who doesn't like Grogu? It's Grogu. Get his name right.
Right. It's not even Baby Yoda. Same species. Just because they look alike.
Exactly.
When you bring a lady home and she sees Grogu, does she get Grogu the heck out of your apartment then, or what?
It's a pandemic, John Hanson. There's no ladies coming over. Come on. I'm staying socially
distant. That's
distant.
his excuse now. Coming up.
Oh, there's more shows.
Lots and lots of money. We're going to talk about how you could win $1 billion and whether or not you even have a chance on the Mega Millions. Stick around.
$1 billion. Billion.
All right, 6:30 on a Friday. It's a good one. one because we are all a little off the rails this evening. A little bit of Friday-itis. Brandon Pope joining myself and John Hanson. I'm Amy Rutledge. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Fist Pump Friday, baby.
Fist Bump Friday. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Businesses, local businesses, they're fist bumping right now because Governor Pritzker made a pretty interesting announcement. He said Cook County could see limited indoor dining return by tomorrow, Saturday. That's if trends hold for another day. It comes as the last of the 11 Illinois regions. The Metro East region is seeing restrictions ease up as well. The one burning question going on right now with COVID is vaccines. They start on Monday for people that are 65 and older and frontline workers, but appointments are limited, the city is cautioning. And CPS saying now that some teachers are next up to get the vaccine. They're going to start that in February. So a lot of COVID news here. But yeah, with I want to talk about the indoor dining returning. This is interesting because I feel like we've kind of already had indoor dining with the igloos. So it feels indoors to me, right? But this is going to be great economically for a lot of these businesses that really couldn't afford to do the igloo situation, right?
Yeah, my husband went to pick up some food this evening at an establishment, not in Cook County, and it had a lot of indoor dining. But he went to the same establishment on, I think it was New Year's Eve, to pick up food when it was not supposed to have indoor dining, and it was also full then too. So, hey, people are doing what they got to do at this point, and I'm not, whatever.
Yeah, no, like I get it, and like there's a lot of. I will say, of course, there have been some restaurants that have been skirting the rules, but a lot of them have, of course, been following them. And this is another lifeboat, right? Because they were closed pretty much since mid to late October. I mean, you're talking about now it's been 3 months since they've been able to have people inside. The ones that are still surviving are, again, barely getting by. I think this is a great opportunity for them to have a lifeboat if they do it safely. It can be done safely for the most part. And if people want to do that, that is great. I'm still not stepping foot inside of a restaurant to sit there for an extended period of time. But if people are and they're comfortable with it, by all means do it because the restaurants certainly need your business.
Yeah.
I'm also happy to see some answers on vaccines going on. My grandma, who lives in the state of Ohio, she's already been vaccinated. They've gotten already to 65 and up there. So it's good to see Illinois getting to that spot now.
Well, the problem is they're getting to that spot, but they don't have enough vaccines for these people. My father is in his mid to late 70s, and he's not vaccinated yet. And how soon he will get vaccinated, remains to be seen because there's just not a lot of vaccines for Cook County.
I know we're all like really sick of everything. Of course, we all have this COVID hangover, or whatever you want to call it. We're all sick of it, but I am still thankful. I watched the press conference, the first probably press conference of Governor Pritzker I've watched in a long time. And I just remain thankful that we live in a state that takes this seriously. We haven't handled it all that great. We're up there with number of cases. We're up there with number of deaths. But it reminded me again that at least people are following science. And I know there's a lot of objections, and the youth sports thing is a whole nother discussion, and that's important. But I'm just glad that there's at least thought and process and planning going into it, not just like willy-nilly, we'll figure it out,
Right. Or delaying before they make tough decisions. Decisions are coming quickly, at least, right?
I appreciate it.
Well, guys, $1 million up for grabs tonight in just actually a couple of hours as the Mega Millions is drawn. The jackpot is now $500 million short of the highest drawing ever, so it's not even the biggest, if you can believe that. You got a better chance, as you probably heard, of being struck by lightning than winning. And if you're a Chicagoan, it really just feels like if you go to any other little town outside the city, you got a better chance, right?
We do hear that, and there's some credence to it. If I look back on the 11 Mega Millions jackpots that Illinois has won over the last 18 years, only 3 of them were in Chicago. So there's some truth to that. The odds of winning are the same no matter where you play. So it's as long as you got your ticket, you have a chance to win.
Yeah, but it's always in some town you can't pronounce, and some like little gas station of and I'm thankful for these little convenience store owners because they win money too. But it's like, man, when are they going to win by my house?
Yeah, you say that, but and that's for the big jackpot. But I was telling you guys, the one that was won on the Powerball was a gas station I can see pretty much out my window where I normally get my tickets. And I wasn't the one that won the million matching the 5 numbers. I love all the people out there, the articles that always come out around this time of year. That's like, $800 million could ruin your life. I'm like, I'll try it. I'll still take that bet. I'll still give that a shot.
I'll roll those dice every time. Yeah, bring it.
Yeah.
Ruin my life.
Brandon, I was buying everyone else's lottery tickets, and you kind of said no. Do you not partake in it at all?
I don't see myself winning it. Like you said, the chances are so slim. I've never bought a lottery ticket, and I don't want those problems. I don't know what I would do with $1 billion.
Okay.
I'm good, man. I'm good. None of us
I
are
live in
going
a
to
town no one's heard of, so I'm hoping that I could be a winner.
Yeah. All right. We'll see.
I don't want to be the Debbie Downer,
but but you are. So thanks, Brandon. Okay, we're gonna get things back up with a new segment alert. It is called "Girl Please," and there is us. That's me as like an 11-year-old, and it works perfect.
Is that a hairpiece?
Please.
Am I wearing a hairpiece? What is that?
You have great nails.
I do. Whoa. Look at that.
Okay. So here's how it works. Each of us get a turn at our favorite story that makes you just want to say, "Girl, please." Okay. So here we go. A Houston police officer was arrested for being part of that Capitol riot, of course. He told the FBI that the only reason he went into the Capitol was to, quote, view the historical art. Officer Tindam Piam resigned the force this week. He was arrested yesterday. He originally claimed he never even went in there, and then the FBI cracked the case by going into his recently deleted folder of photos and finding all of these photos of himself in there. But he went in there to view the historical art. Girl, please.
Yes.
Oh.
All right, here's mine. Utah Jazz guard Donovan Mitchell, one of the best players in the NBA, scored 36 points last night and got the win for his Utah Jazz team. Post-game interview with Shaquille O'Neal, he says to Donovan Mitchell, "You're one of my favorite players, but you don't have what it takes to get to that next level." Then he asserts, "I said it on purpose," then asked, "What do you have to say about that?" Donovan Mitchell's like, "All right," and shrugs it off. But Shaq, bruh, what's up with this player hating you doing? Why you gotta be like that? You played, 20 years ago, 15 years ago? Stop hating on people. Let the young kids be great. Girl, please.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right.
Girl, please.
So a social media star is taking hits from her followers over recent posts about her quarantine life with her pro tennis player boyfriend in a plush Qatar hotel. Apparently saying the worst part of her isolation was not being able to get a professional hair wash. She got death threats over this. Well, also claiming the food at the hotel was hit or miss. And that got her some serious troll action where she could not believe, because she's like, "Oh my God, you guys, I was totally kidding." Vanessa Sierra says her comments were completely taken out of context, which, let's face it, that could be very true. But girl, please, we are in the middle of a pandemic. People are dying and losing their jobs. You cannot make fun of a pandemic. Even joking about these things is poor taste.
Wow.
Guys, I think we can all wrap.
tone deaf.
I think we can all wrap this up together. Y'all ready?
Yeah.
Girl, please. There you go. I was waiting on you to. You drew it out longer than I expected.
We'll work on that one, okay?
Oh, that was a good first and last girl, please. Krista, what's going on, girl?
Slow clapping over here. Nice work. Okay, guys. Coming up, we're down to one round of playoff football. But I can confirm, we already know who the real winners are. You'll see in 4th and 16. And she went from an average Chicagoan to a Bravo star. We're chatting with the hometown girl, bringing all the drama to Real Housewives of Utah. That's coming up in 90 seconds. Salt Lake City drama, we love it. We'll be back.
Need to know where their next good meal is coming from. Brandon, tell them how they can help.
Yeah, CW26, the U, MeTV FM, and Being Legal are partnering with the Greater Chicago Food Depository to donate $15,000 worth of meals to those in need across Cook County.
Yeah, super easy. Just text CW26 to 41444 or go to CW26Chicago.com and make a donation to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. Together, we can reach our $15,000 goal.
All right, time for Sports in 60. Hank the Hammer Aaron, one of the greatest players of all time, passed away at 86. He used his baseball platform to break the color barrier despite harassment and death threats while he was playing. UFC's Irish superstar Conor McGregor's return from his third retirement this weekend happens. He's going to face Dustin Poirier in the octagon in a match with potential lightweight title implications.
Wait, why?
And this weekend,
why does he keep retiring if he's going to keep?
Yeah, that's
fighting?
a great question. That's a great question. I mean, he gets kind of fed up with like the politics of UFC, and he loses and bows out.
He throws his towel on the ring and he walks out and goes, "I don't like this anymore. I'm not going to do it." Is that it?
I'm not a big Conor McGregor fan. That's a big reason why people. He loses a match and he's like, okay, career's over, and then he comes back for stuff like this. You make a lot of money from it, though, so I understand.
Yeah.
And also, hey, it's another big weekend for this reason. We find out which two teams are going to be playing in the Super Bowl. The big game is going to take place in front of real people, 22,000 to be exact. 7,500 of those people are going to be vaccinated frontline workers who are going to get their tickets for free. Cool. It's scheduled to be in Tampa, Florida on Sunday, February 7th. And this is the highlight of my weekend. I cannot wait to watch the Kansas City Chiefs win their game against the Buffalo Bills and the Green Bay Packers win their game against Tom Brady and his Buccaneers.
I'm going Packers-Bills into the Super Bowl, maybe.
I'm going Packers-Bills too, and I don't even care that
I like the Bills. I would like to see the Bills get there. I'd love the Bills, but Patrick Mahomes, I can't pick against him. I feel
aren't
like
the
Chiefs this year.
Bills like the Cubs of football? Haven't they like?
I would say the Browns are, but the Bills, yeah.
Okay.
The Bills made 4 Super Bowls in a row in the early 90s, so yeah.
They just
but they never won, right?
No, I don't think they've ever won.
Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
I would be remiss if I just want to go back 1 second. Hank Aaron, a legend,
Yeah, let's
a
talk
man,
about
a
it. Yeah.
myth. I mean, 25 seasons he was an All-Star. 25 All-Star seasons. And in what should have been the happiest moments of his career, chasing Babe Ruth's record, were some of the saddest. I mean, he got death threats just for being good because he was a black man breaking a white record. And it was scary, and it's amazing. And he was just a champion for the league. And the dude never hit more than 44 home runs in a single season. Can you believe that? Some of these other records, these guys get 60, 70. It just shows consistency year after year. A true gentleman, a legend, and rest in peace, Mr. Hank Aaron.
Yes.
Home run champ.
Still the home run king to me. Still the home run king.
Oh, absolutely. No doubt. I don't care what else has happened since then. So, and the more steroids that other people took, the bigger Hank Aaron got. Yeah, that's how ironic that is. Mm-hmm.
The steroids definitely make an impact.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, here's some moon news. My neighbors hate me tonight. I'm just
Your voice kind of cracked a little bit.
Yeah, it did. Okay, not quite making it all the way to the moon, but we have a moon news animation, so you got to use it anytime we talk about space. A thing of haggis has been launched to the edge of space on a weather balloon. So haggis, in case you don't know, is disgusting. It's a Scottish dish. It's literally grounded up sheep intestines mixed with oatmeal and seasoning. Yum, yum. And then it's boiled inside the sheep's stomach. And then it's like a sack inside a stomach. It was attached to a weather balloon, went 20 miles into the air. It's all part of Burns Night, which is a very big Scottish attraction, celebrated each year to honor the famous Scottish poet. I forgot his name, Robert Burns, so famous. Look, I've actually launched haggis myself as part of Scottish Days in Itasca a couple years ago on this program. Didn't make it to space, though.
Ready, go. On you go, John.
Watch out, Isla.
Nice form, John. Hey!
Yeah. Oh, now we got the slow motion and the kilt. Look at that. Boom! What a launch of some haggis. It still smells on my hands, and this was in June of 2019. So,
a sack of nothing needs to be launched like that.
I too have launched haggis, but it was a different type of launch because it was disgusting. It launched all right.
That's good. That was a good line there, Brandon.
It launched
Nice
all right.
work.
Thank you. Yeah, but it's disgusting. I tried it though. I was at Busch Gardens.
Yeah,
wasn't in Scotland. It was Busch Gardens.
Have you guys ever had souse? Just on a disgusting note. Souse.
What?
Souse. They take the pig head and they boil it, and they take all the meat off the pig head, including like the eyelashes, the eyeballs, and they make it into a loaf, and then you put it on crackers with a little bit of mustard. I got an eyelash stuck in my teeth.
Okay. I was like thinking it was going to be good for a minute, but I'm like, oh wow, okay. He said loaf, and you lost me.
Big apologies to you if you're sitting down for
dinner.
I can't.
Never eat
I'm
pig again.
Shaking my head over here, guys. What is going on?
Oh my God.
We'll be back.
I think
that's a great way to end the block.
Yeah.
Do you have something to say, Chris? Sorry, I don't mean to call on you.
Just that we'll be right back.
Okay, good.
fidelity within marriage.
I'm confused. Watching Meredith and Seth be touchy-feely, and I've heard she's seeing someone else.
Well, she is known as the Ice Queen for her fabulous jewelry line and brings all the drama in the very first season of The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. But Meredith Marks is first and foremost a Chicago girl. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I love Chicago.
Having grown up in Chicago, gone to school here, and then moving to Salt Lake is probably pretty different.
It's extremely different, particularly because I'm up in Park City, which is a ski resort. So it couldn't be any more different from Chicago. I love both places, though, I will say that.
The first season for you guys, how has it been? It must be strange having cameras follow you around everywhere.
That is for sure. It is definitely something that you have to acclimate to a little bit and get used to, and sort of after, the first week or so, you sort of forget about it. Not entirely, but you just go about your life and move on and do what you need to do and try to do the best you can. So it's definitely an adjustment, though. Yes.
COVID had not really hit yet when you started, correct?
Correct. Basically, we were finished by the time COVID hit, and that was a blessing for us. That would have really added a lot of complications for all of us who were just acclimating, as I said, to the whole process to begin with. So
yeah,
thankfully.
And you're very honest on camera about the marital problems you had with your husband, Seth.
Never hand me your phone because you're hiding something.
How has that been watching that play back?
It's a lot of mixed emotions. Fortunately for me, Seth has been very supportive and sort of talks me down when I get upset by it, just because no one wants to relive a time in their life that was hard for them.
Right.
And we're reliving it ad nauseum. So it's intense. It's definitely intense.
Don't do that to
Goodbye.
me, Meredith. Do you want me to talk or not? Don't wave your finger.
And don't get ghetto.
Have you been getting messages of support, I hope, at least, going through this?
For the most part, occasionally you get everybody's going to have some haters. Nobody can be loved by everyone. And that's okay too. Everyone's entitled to their opinions, and I know my truth. Seth knows our truth. And that's all at the end of the day that really matters. So the haters can hate.
The most recent episode we saw with Jen Shaw, and it was after the party and the glass throwing. Does it all seem a lot more dramatic when you're watching on television compared to having lived through some of those moments?
Keep coming. Who's next?
Actually, I think it feels more dramatic in real life.
You do? Okay.
I'll be honest. And maybe it's because I kind of already know what's happening. I don't know. But it definitely feels very, very dramatic in real time. I will tell you that.
And you guys obviously did the reunion. How was yours overall?
You're going to have to watch and see.
Well, you're certainly doing your hometown proud. We really appreciate you taking the time to stop by today. You can keep up with Meredith on social media and watch all the drama go down with her on The Real Housewives of Salt Lake City.
All right, team. I know we don't care about Bachelorette news, but trust me when I say this is big. So, Claire Crawley and Dale Moss have split. That's not what big. This happens all the time with Bachelorette and Bachelor stars. But what's big is how they broke up. Okay, so reminder, this couple got engaged only 2 weeks after being on the show, and sources say that he's been cheating on her throughout their entire engagement. Now, Dale, he posted this news to his Instagram. I wanted to share with you all that Claire and I decided to go our separate ways. We appreciate the love, blah, blah, blah. Claire, she follows up on Instagram, emphasis on her first line. I was made aware of a mutual statement at the same time you all were. Dale broke up with Claire on Instagram.
Oh,
he broke up with her. That's how she found out, through a post that all of his Instagram followers and the rest of the world on Instagram found out through.
That's no good.
Just mind blown.
That's
this
no good.
actually
That's
makes
no good.
this makes a text breakup seem like a cakewalk, right? Because at least just between two people.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I kind of saw this happening, to be honest. Like I'm pretending to be shocked, but I'm not shocked at all. Like if anyone saw how this season of The Bachelorette went, the way Claire, well, no, because Claire chose this guy, right? Didn't go forward with the competition itself, and just said, "Oh, as soon as he got out of the car, I love him." Oh, and of course this is not going to work. Also, the dude was sketched to begin with. If you watch the show, so. Honestly, I'm not surprised at all. It's sad to see. Claire, holla at me.
Yeah. When I was in high school, I broke up with my girlfriend once. I broke up with my girlfriend at a party once at the basement of my own house. Like I had a bunch of friends over, and I pulled her aside. I'm like, "Yeah, we're done, girl."
Yeah, there's somebody that's better than this.
Yeah.
That's better than this. Anything is better than this. This breakup is the worst of all time. It goes down in Bachelor history. I knew they would
John, you're being honest.
You got a weekend to recover, everyone. We will see you on Monday. Have a great one.